What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another great recap video of a loss. Never fun to have the red recap days, but it is what it is. So today is Friday. Generally, Fridays for me don't always seem to be the best trading day, and I usually seem to have a loss, pretty frequent on Fridays. So really what I anticipated, earlier in the week was that Thursday and Friday I would kind of reduce my share size going into the weekend or, into Friday, knowing that these are usually my bad trading days. And today I still really sized up positions, never really found much mojo, made quite a few trades on the day. So did do a little bit of over trading. And the reason I say over trading is because I wasn't consistent today. When you're consistent in making trades and you're actually winning, over trading is really not a problem. Over trading is really only a problem when you're losing money, right? Why would over trading or trading a lot be a problem if you're just consistently winning all the time? So there's a fine line in over trading. Over trading is only a problem when you're losing and you're not really consistent. So I did a little bit of some over trading today. I wouldn't really say I revenge traded. But anyways, let's get into it. So first trade on the day here was with Roku. I just did kind of a quick down scalp. There was an inverse head and shoulders pattern pre-market. Let me try and zoom out a little bit more here. So we have a move up, left shoulder, top, head, down, right shoulder complete. So I figured we'd have a down move out of the gate, and I've known that Roku's been bullish, so I was testing the waters to see if we get a down move today, and we did, but it wasn't very aggressive, and then obviously ended up squeezing back up. So made a total of $200 trading it. So first candle opens up and I go short 400 shares, cover up 200 on the bottom of the candle, and then we kind of push back up, and then I go short 400 more shares at 150.102, and it slams back down, and I take the shares off at those 600 shares off at 150.85, netting a $200 win. So really not a great move, and just basically managed the trade as best I could in that moment in time, and you can see it ends up squeezing back up. So net, we make $200 on that. Had a trade with AMD, worked for a second, then it kind of came down on me, didn't pan out. Why do you do that? So let's take a look at AMD here. All right, so trade AMD, lost $248. So AMD moves up on the day, then it comes down, breaks down again. Then we get this very strong bounce back right through the previous top resistance here. And then it holds this beautiful consolidation, pretty much a bull flag, you could call it. We hold really well here, so I go long 2,500 shares, anticipating we kind of break up over the 39.18 level, and then we end up squeezing up towards the high of day. It looks like we're setting up for that move now again, so I might end up trading this. We'll see. But nice little bull flag setup in here. So I get long 2,500 shares at 39.11, pushes up. I'm up a couple $100, maybe like 170. Then it kind of rolls down, goes below the VWAP, starts breaking the support. I take it off, kind of get flushed down in this candle a little bit. And so I end up losing about 10 cents on the trade, resulting in a $250 loss there on AMD. So trade there didn't work out. But with the way this is trading, we could probably expect we're going to get a move over 39.18 here, maybe a little bit later. Might press it up towards the highs. Might even do it very soon here. So may or may not be able to make that trade. So anyways, we result in a $200 loss, $250. We look for a bull flag, breaks up, no bueno. All right, next one here. Traded JD today. JD was a success. So I end up kind of looking at like a little bit of a bearish pennant taking place here. All right, we got kind of like a bearish pennant going down, and we kind of like a wedge snap. So as the wedge is starting to break, I go short 2,500 shares at 34.67, drops down to 34.58, take off 2,000 shares, and it drops down a little bit more to 34.49, take off my last 400 shares, make $251 on that trade. All right, NVIDIA, traded NVIDIA, net, we're green, took a couple trades here. So first trade was on the very bottom here. So pretty much I caught the bottom, but we did kind of a fake out pullback drop below this previous bottom, and then that faked me out. I took off the 400 shares. We kind of made it back up bullishly, so then I did like another small kind of trade there. So first trade I get in 400 shares, 202.19, pushes up. I'm up, about $200 or something. Then it kind of flushes over, close it out for 201.20 for a loss, just because I was like, well, this might continue fading, and if it does, then we'll really accumulate a loss. And then as soon as we break down, go into a new low, we get an extremely bullish candle that gets bought right up back over this 201.81 level. We get a red candle down to retest that level, get sucked back up. At that point, I'm like, okay, I'll go long again. So I go long 400 shares at 202.27, pops up to 202.90, take off 300 shares. We get up to 202.36 or 203.30, take off 50 shares, and then at 202.56, I take off another 50 shares. So resulting in only a loss of 135 on NVIDIA. Okay. And then traded FTCH. So FTCH was pretty much the ticker that really threw me around today. Didn't revenge trade it. Did make a fat finger entry on accident. So we'll talk about this one. But yeah, this one was a little all over the place, and ended up losing $600 on it. Could have had some really big wins. So we'll go through. I traded it kind of actively here. So anyways, first trade on the day with it, we could see it tries to press up, fails. Then we kind of do this pullback. We squeeze up again and it fails. And then we start to roll over. I'm like, okay, this could very well roll over and really smack down. So I go short 2,500 shares on this candle here. We smack down, and I was up about $600 at one point. But with the way I took it off, I ended up only netting like a $300 gain on this first short trade. So pretty much this starts to roll over. I go short, make like $300. Okay. And then it squeezes all the way back up. And I had this sense that this down drop here was just kind of like a fake, and we were going to rip back up and going through like a monster squeeze. So I was like, well, I was short, but with how bullish this candle got bought right back up, this makes me believe we're going to go into a long play. So you can see we kind of create this curl here. So we're sort of creating like a bull flag, right? Right here, you'll kind of see it, kind of creating like a decent bull flag. So we kind of create this curl, and as soon as you start to break up over 10, I'm like, all right, this is going to squeeze. So I go long 2,500 shares, get in at 10.08, or well, $10. And then it just kind of fails. I'm like, shit, this is another losing trade. So then it kind of rolls over, starts to break this little flag wedge pattern, close out the 2,500 shares at 9.90, losing about $250 there. Okay. And then later here, I was correct, but we had this really fakey candle. So let me explain what happens in here. So initially, right, this is just we go through this drop. It's not breaking, not breaking, not breaking. And I could just feel the resistance and feel that this thing wanted to roll over. So I actually sized up 5,000 shares short at 961. And you can see it squeezes up here, right? So on this candle, let me zoom in. Let me take off these drawings too. That'll clean it up a bit. Just open it up like this. Okay, so I'm short on this candle, 5,000 shares at 961. Doesn't break down. It pushes, doesn't break down. We kind of curl back up. And this is where I realized that if this were to reverse and break this way, we could have a really big short squeeze that I didn't want to get caught in, okay? And so I take it off on this candle, right? So I take off 5,000 shares at 969. So I lost about 8 cents a share there, taking another loss, okay? And then next candle, you can see it breaks over this 970, goes on an instant 10-cent squeeze there. So on 5,000 shares, if I got squeezed up to 10 cents there, that would have been a loss of, entering at 961 to 980. You could have ended up losing like 1,000 on that trade if I would have took it off on the squeeze, right? And so I was still debating kind of going short on it, right? And so I had my fingers kind of hovering over the buy sell. And it squeezes up, and I accidentally click buy, and I get filled at 964, like right wherever it was, like on this candle, or excuse me, at 970. Like I accidentally fat fingered as we're breaking up, get caught in that accidentally. I'm like, no, I don't want that. So I instantly close it out and flip short bias. I believe 5,000 shares. All right. So I got, accidentally so we buy short, we cover up on this candle, and then this candle, I actually bought 5,000 shares. It's not even showing the correct sell order. But anyways, so I fat finger this, lose some more money, and then I know it's a short, so then I slam in a short here on this candle, which it's not showing, but I went short 5,000 shares, and you can see that by the way I was covering up, right? So I go short on this candle, 5,000, we slam down and take off 3,000, at 944, another 1,500 here at 945, another 300 here at 941, and then the last little bit at 200 shares at 946. So brought my total loss down to about $600 on that stock. And those were all the trades of the day, and I netted a loss of $893. So just shy of $1,000 by about $100. So not a good day, right? Made a lot of kind of back and forth trades here on FTCH, which really cost me. So if I kind of avoided FTCH today, then I probably would have had a green day. Well, no, I wouldn't have, but maybe. We'll see. But anyways, so those are all the trades on the day, netting a loss of $893. And so we made some iffy trades there, sized up on a day where I shouldn't have been sizing up. So kind of taking some bigger position size, kind of whipping around the P&L. And so just is what it is, right? It's a lost day. They happen, right? So learn from them, and do what you can. So hope you guys liked the video. Hope you learned something new. And as always, thank you guys once again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.